News. I'm CJ Papa. President Biden visiting Northern Ireland at this hour, set to deliver remarks 8 a.m. Eastern as part of his trip to the UK and Ireland. Donald Trump giving his first TV interview since becoming the first former president to be indicted for a crime.
It was a sad day in many ways, and in many ways it was a beautiful day because the people understand him.
And he joined Tucker Carlson tonight, tracking down the person behind a leak of sensitive Defense Department documents.
Folded papers suggest this was a human being who folded the document, put it in a pocket, and then hastily sort of uploaded it, took a photo of it. It looked like it was photographed on a bed. Behind it, you see some evidence of Gorilla Glue. Not clear what that would indicate.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin promising to find the culprit who then posted the intel online. America is listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
Southern Heritage Bank is your local community.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology: mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right, Mix 1041. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. We are on Mix 1041 Radio, and we're on MixTV.tv. Let's check the news. And then we have some very special guests in our studios we're going to talk to in just a moment. But first, let's go back to the state story that has dominated the headlines over the past week, and that is the expulsion of 2 of the state representatives in Tennessee. One of them has already been reappointed by the Nashville city government. The other, the decision is coming down today. Justin Pearson of Shelby County will be commission there in Shelby County will announce and vote whether they will reappoint Pearson back to the State House of Representatives. It is widely expected that is going to happen. That, according to our interview with State House Speaker Cameron Sexton, which we did on Monday, that is widely expected. Other news this morning, our news partners at Local 3 report Governor Bill Lee has issued an executive order that he says enhances protective measures used during the purchase of firearms in Tennessee. Executive Order 100 implements the Tennessee Instant Check System, which is used for running background checks on people looking to buy a firearm. The governor says it will also supply the National Instant Criminal Background Check System with local records and information deemed necessary by the state for identifying people who are prohibited from buying a firearm. WDEF reports that Representative Chuck Fleischman introduced the Securing Aid for Every School Act, or better known as the Safe School Act, to the House on Tuesday. The Safe School Act, a $900 million program meant to make schools safer around the nation. The funding will allow both public and private schools to hire school resource officers. The funds go to hiring and training veterans and former or off-duty officers to serve as SROs. Of course, this is a companion to a bill, as we previously reported, by Senators Marsha Blackburn and Bill Hagerty of Tennessee. And, of course, in the state, Governor Bill Lee unveiled his plan for school safety back on April the 2nd and to help fund SROs in public and private schools. Two stories this morning impacting Polk County. From our news partners at Local 3, CSX has issued a notice of possible temporary road closures for crossing maintenance from now through Thursday. Intersections affected: Davis, Kerbal, Bill Howard Road, Ladd Springs, Ball Play at 411, and Liberty Church at 411. Motorists asked to exercise caution at those intersections and look for available alternate routes. The U.S. Forest Service will continue the planned controlled burns for the Presswood Mountain Fire north of the Chilhowie Campground. The controlled burn plan for about 1,265 acres on Presswood. Cruiser will also burn about 1,000 acres in the Stillhouse area. That's in the Greasy Creek Waters Road area in Polk County. And that is the news, local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk on Mix 104.1 and MixTV.tv. Let's go over to Bridget. Check traffic. What's happening?
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. It's here, the Don Ledford annual spring savings event at their pre-owned automotive center in Cleveland. They have over 90 quality pre-owned vehicles available for you to choose from right now with new arrivals daily. For details, go to donledford.com or visit their showroom on North Lee Highway here in Cleveland. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-A-Pest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the HHM text line. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland. They work with the communities and businesses they serve to make sure that all forms of waste are handled in ways that are reliable for their customers, safe for their employees, and respectful of the environment. Visit them online at wasteconnections-clevelandtn.com.
All right, good morning, everybody. 7:08, time for the Hardee's Wake Up. Good morning from your friends at Hardee's.
The stars have aligned with Hardee's Star Deal Combo. Morning. Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast starts your day with made-from-scratch sausage and egg biscuits, biscuit and gravy, or syrupy French toast dips. Pick any two, just $5. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
I'm looking forward to the evening. I'm looking forward to the night. When you want the best buys, the time is right. Time to sleep with the mermaid tonight. Mermaid Mattress Factory and Showroom.
Hey Cleveland, Thomas Williams, Executive Manager with Mountain View Nissan. Coming to you today to talk to you about our new Car Madness sale for the whole month of April. Starting April 1st through the end of the month, we're going to give you a $500 Food City gift card for purchasing a new vehicle. You heard me right. A $500 gift card to Food City for purchasing a new vehicle in the month of April. We've got plenty of inventory, and also it comes with our lifetime warranty that covers your engine, your transmission, your water pump for as long as you own the car. It's April. It's new Car Madness time. Come see us.
Hey, it's Josh with Wholesale Supply. Our team members have been serving the Southeast with the best plumbing, electrical, and HVAC products for the past 75 years. Founded in Cleveland, Tennessee, Wholesale Supply has everything you need, from water heaters to kitchen faucets, from lighting to septic tanks. We literally sell it all. Don't believe me? Stop by one of our 32 stores across the Southeast and check it out for yourself. And tell them Josh sent you. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open Monday through Friday and open to the public.
From Lookout Mountain to Cleveland, from Red Bank to Collegedale, luxury lives here.
Chattanooga Auto Square is your home for premium luxury automobiles.
And we have the largest selection in all of Chattanooga of pre-owned vehicles from every major brand.
Chattanooga Auto Square, Jaguar, Land Rover, Porsche, Infiniti.
Luxury lives here.
It's the loss of a personal touch, someone caring about.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature is brought to you by Simply Bank.
It is 7:11. Good morning, everybody. Let's go inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Here is Roger Pickett. Roger.
Keep it local in all you do. Our local businesses need you now more than ever. And if you need a mattress, you know that Mermaid Mattress has been your local mattress factory since 1979.
For today, we'll have partly cloudy skies, a high of 79 and a low of 44 this evening. For tomorrow, partly cloudy during the morning, becoming overcast during the afternoon with a slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 76. We'll have a 60% chance of occasional rain showers tomorrow evening with a low of 57. And then on Friday, we'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms with a high of 74. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 39 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by PhD Pharmacy, Keith Street near Harrison Pike. Free delivery within a 50-mile radius of Cleveland. Call Gina Mosier Patterson today at 423-614-6650.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. We are joined now by the Chancellor of Lee University, Dr. Paul Conn. Dr. Conn, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good to see you this morning.
I wish you meant that, but it's fine. It's okay. It sounds good.
Well, you know, you learn how to say things you don't mean.
No, Dr. Conn, it's great to have you. And boy, I tell you, we've got a couple of powerhouse guests with you this morning, don't we?
That's right. You know, these are people with talent. You recognize them. You meet people like this from time to time.
Time to time. Very rarely.
Anyway, yeah, we've got this big event coming up Friday night. We talked about it on the air last week. And there's a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement. And so we decided today we would bring the actual talent in, you know, the product, you know. See, you and I, just a couple of old guys sitting around talking about people with talent.
Yeah.
But the event is Holsinger conducts Holsinger conducts Holsinger. Holsinger conducts Holsinger Friday night. Let's get it up early, 7:30 Friday night, Conn Center. A terrific concert of the best band music you ever heard, of the work of David Holsinger, conducted by our wind ensemble, compositions by David Holsinger. So the Holsingers are with us this morning.
I'm so glad to have both of you. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How does this make you feel, first of all, to have this kind of night? It's obviously going to be a huge tribute to you and your career, and especially your nearly 25 years at Lee University.
Well, it's a little daunting because I just came in to do a job, so to speak, you know, and so I remember my first day visiting with the School of Music dean at that time. He said, "Can you promise us at least 5 years?" And I went, "Hey, next time I move is in with my children." Of course, as it turns out, my children are moving in with me. I know. That's, you know, so, but yeah, it's been great. But this is kind of this is him. I mean, my biggest PR guy is sitting beside me here, and. So
he's a pretty good PR guy to have, quite frankly. This is so special, and it's going to be again Friday night at 7:30. I just want to go back. We talked about this last week. Talk about coming to Lee University and how that happened and how you came to Cleveland.
Well, it actually goes back before I even got to Cleveland. I met Dr. Mark Bailey at a convention in Wichita, Kansas, of all things, and then maybe a year later, I think he invited me here to conduct a group, a national honor band that they're having here. And so, you know, I still remember the night that I'm sitting here. What's this steak and shake? Steak and shake, yeah. So we go to the steak and shake after the concert. I never remember.
Only the best.
Only the best
here in Cleveland.
Treated
like royalty. Well.
But they don't even have a steak and shake in Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah. And
exclusive access.
So we're sitting there talking. He said, "You know, do you think you'd be interested in coming to the league?" And I went, "Well, you know, it was kind of cool. I mean, I enjoyed the campus at the time." And he said, "Well, you know, somebody maybe, you know, our dean may be calling you Monday morning." 7 o'clock Monday morning Central Time. The dean is on the phone, and so they arranged for us to come to the next Lee Day and announced that we were coming here, even though we hadn't said anything. But they just he went ahead. But that's kind of a it was kind of a roundabout way, but it was a great place to be. I was really impressed when I came and spent that weekend conducting that band. Just the campus itself and everybody there. The funny thing is that this guy walked into my rehearsal. Okay. At that time, I sweat a lot. I was one of those guys that, very active. And here's this guy walks in, and I know he was in a suit, so I thought, must be important. So I'll stop, and so I go, we exchange pleasantries. It wasn't until about an hour later I discovered he was the president of the university. I was going, what? So I'm not sure what kind of impression I made. I've never asked him, actually, what kind of impression I made. But I'm not going to do that this morning.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Conn?
This may not be
No, and I'll tell you, he makes it sound like it was all sort of preordained, that it just naturally was fated. No, that's not. This guy was hard to get. He was hard to do business with. I mean, got to tell you.
His agent's with him right here.
Yeah. That's right. His number one agent. He had some demand. No, not demands. He had some needs. For example, no, I'm not making this up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I get asked all the time, how do you work with these high talent, high productive, high maintenance people? And so he had to be gone a lot because he's out there gigging, he's out there on the road making money and directing bands and being a big deal. We wanted him to do that, but we also wanted him to hang around Lee occasionally, so we had to work that out. Matter of fact, the question that was asked at Lee in the first few years he was here was, what's the difference between God and David Holsinger? And the answer was, God is everywhere, and David Holsinger is everywhere but on the Lee campus. Because, you get a big talent, you got to, greatness must be accommodated. You understand that, Steve?
No, I really have no idea.
So, no, it was a great combination, and we were so fortunate. We got what I consider to be one of the top 2 or 3 people that have ever come to Lee in the 50 years that I've been hanging around there. And the Holsingers just totally raised the level of instrumental music at Lee. We've always had great choirs, good church music, vocal music, piano music, but our instrumental programs, band programs, were at a certain level. And Holsingers took them up a major big level. And so, he's a composer. He writes his own stuff. I've noticed he's never written a country song.
Well, he may have. We just haven't heard it.
Well, that's true. We need to change that. Don't you think, Harlan? Yeah. Come on. He says, you might want to talk to him about how he composes, because, he says he has to have the title to start with.
Yes, he does.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Start from the title.
Yeah, so I could give you a couple of titles and you could write a country song. It could be a breakthrough in his career. Here's one, How Can I Miss You When You Won't Leave? Or Danny Murray's favorite, No, better not.
Be careful.
Use that on the nighttime show.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not while the kids are on their way to school. Hi, kids. Go to school, study hard, use the eraser.
And come to Lee University.
Of course.
Of course. Mrs. Holsinger, what was it like for you coming to Cleveland? What did you make of Cleveland when you first came?
Well, we came here from the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Oh, okay.
And but we had always thought we'd live in a community like this. We had gotten a little more cityfied than we thought we had.
Yeah.
But it's been great. I mean, it had a Lowe's. It had a Walmart, and so we knew it'd be fine. But we were glad when Target came.
I've seen you at Target before, actually.
And and Chili's.
Yes.
And it's been great.
What about the Lee experience? Tell me about
gosh, that's hard to explain. It's been a great place for us. It's been a perfect fit for us. The university has high standards. And the faculty, the general faculty is really very, very good. We're just constantly amazed at what we hear about what they're doing, and just kind of like, what are we doing here? These people are really pretty impressive. And the School of Music. My husband has come home many times, from visiting other universities and colleges, and he'll walk in the door and he'll say, "I am so thankful God brought us to Lee." because of all the dissension and that he'll find in the schools of music and departments, you know. And at least, yeah, we'll have some differences sometimes, but we always have each other's back. It's been family. It has been family for us, friends.
Let me jump in here, Steve, and say these guys really are a team. And Winona doesn't have much to say in a setting like this because, you know, she's sitting next to David, and, you know, big stars have to get, you know, the light. Yeah, of course. And but she's accustomed to that. She's lived with that for her whole life. But seriously, they're a team. Winona is herself a wonderful wind ensemble conductor. She'll be conducting a piece on the program Friday night. She always does, as a matter of fact. And she's also the director of instrumental projects at Lee. She has a master's degree in composition, composing bands.
Conducting,
composition, composing. Yeah, okay.
That's David.
Yeah, okay. Now, which one is the one where you wave your arms and they play? Yeah.
That's conducting.
That's the one. Yeah, that's conducting. I can never keep this thing straight. Yeah. Anyway, they came. They have made a great team, and so, you know, this is going to be a big night to hear his music. Thing about his music, some of it, most of it, in fact, is big, bold, it's movie music. You know, it's bombastic. It has lots of percussion. That's a drum, Steve.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Thank you.
But then some of it's also kind of sweet and nostalgic, and some of it sounds kind of like an old man writing a song. Yeah.
Keep talking about your age.
I know. So we're going to hear all of that. But 55 minutes of music. Come, folks, but come on time. We're going to have a big crowd, but we do have room for people. But we're not going to wear you out with this thing. You know, sometimes you go to these tribute nights and the speeches go on and on. Everybody trumps to the stage. They say things they don't even mean about the honoree. We decided not to do any of that. We're only going to tell the truth about him, so it's going to be a very short program.
You didn't know this was a roast, did you? I had no idea.
I'm really overwhelmed.
Yeah. 55 minutes of music, the big stuff, the sweet stuff. Few things are going to be said, and then we're out to the weenie bar. You know, we have a big reception afterwards. Everybody's invited to that. Heavy hors d'oeuvres, you know, the little, you know, weenie on a stick. So we have about 200 local band students coming. We have 5 buses coming from high school bands, bringing high school. We're going to have a pizza party for them because, you know, pizza's cheap. Yeah. You know, you don't want to waste those expensive hors d'oeuvres on the 15-year-old. Come on.
It's this Friday night at 7:30. Dr. Holsinger, I want to go back for a second. So when you get I want to talk about your process of composing. So you start with a title. Take me from there.
I really do. I mean, it's kind of a funny thing. I don't write what's called absolute music, which is like, you know, Beethoven with the sonata allegro form and things like that nobody really understands. I really write, as somebody said, I write portraits in sound, and I think that's really what I do. I think of my music as being portraits of things like Perilous Skies was a portrait of the Battle of Britain. I mean, there was every piece has to start with a title. I mean, sometimes I've had to wait 2 weeks before I put my first note on the page because I cannot decide on the correct title for it to be. And so, and so that, you know, that's kind of an odd way of starting. But I do, you know, Debussy used to write music and put his titles at the end after it was done. But I've got to have that title up front, and so.
I always know he's in trouble when he doesn't have his title yet.
See, To Tame the Perilous Skies is about the Battle of Britain, Second World War. And I heard someone say, by the time that thing is finished, you feel like you've been through the Second World War.
Why do I hang around you all the time?
You know, when Dr. Conn and Dr. Mark Bailey were here last week, and Dr. Bailey, I believe Dr. Bailey told the story about when the planes were flying to Desert Storm off the aircraft carrier. They played the piece we're about to hear, Tame the Perilous Skies. I want to read some names here because we got a lot of these people listening right now probably, and these are local band leaders that you have, some of your students over the years. Donald Benton past president of the East Tennessee Band and Orchestra Directors Association out at Cleveland High School. Jim Burton. Jim Burton, really? He was my band teacher in 8th grade at Cleveland Junior. Sadly, I failed out, but anyway. No, he's director of Cleveland High School Band. Joel Denton, who's the president-elect of the Tennessee Music Educators Association. Ashley Gardner, assistant band director at Bradley Central. Ashley McDonald, director of bands at Lake Forest Middle School. Kara Rogers, music specialist, Michigan Avenue Elementary. Brian Shaw, Bridget's choir director. He never admits that, but worship arts pastor at Mount Olive. And Nathaniel Vanoy at Northwest High School band director. What does that mean, you? What does that, hearing these names?
I'm pretty proud of all those kids have grown up to be who they are, because that's really why we're in this thing. I mean, like I wrote an essay once for a magazine. I was talking about, well, when I first started, I thought my ideal was to be, a great composer. But I realized when I got to Lee, my job was to teach these young people how to be teachers and how to be what they want to do, to have their dreams fulfilled. And so we're constantly, saying, I'm constantly breaking into a rehearsal when we have a problem. Say, you're going to have this same problem. Now, how do you deal with it? Get some of these kids who are in music education ready to be music educators. And so, when I must admit, when I came here, when it came to band educators around the country here in Tennessee, we didn't have a very high record going on. And now we do. We have some major people in major roles, and it's not because of us, but I mean, I guess maybe it is because of us in a way, but it's just like we have said, this is what you have to do to be who you want to be. I came from a small town in Missouri of 600 people, and I always tell these honor bands, I say, it doesn't matter where you come from, it's where you dream to be when it's all done. And so that's kind of what we do with our kids. Here's what I want you to be. And I got a text yesterday from band director up at Oakland University in Michigan, and her thing was, I'm here because of you.
Wow.
And so, things like that.
Yeah. Okay, now that all sounds pretty good, but let me ask him to explain. I looked at his list of stuff, his compositions. Ask him to explain some of this other stuff.
Like what?
Well, one of his tunes is, if you must doodle, don't doodle around here.
No, doodle somewhere else. Yeah,
doodle somewhere else.
I like that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like all this stuff I've been hearing about, pouring into the lives of young people.
Well, you're right for different levels.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, you were
like being a President Lee at different levels. Yeah, speak to different levels. Yeah.
And another one, the Fluster, Cluster, Bluster.
March.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So he explores the whole range.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, listen, we are, Dr. Conn, if you'll remind folks, the tickets are free, but they need a ticket for Friday night. Is that right?
That's right, and we still do have tickets. We are expecting a big crowd, but we've got plenty of room. It's a big hall. It's in Conn Center. So it's 7:30 Friday night, but tickets, you can come to our box office or call our box office at Lee anytime in the next 2 or 3 days. If you happen to get down to Friday night and you suddenly feel this wave, this voice in your head saying, gotta get me some band music, gotta have me some band music, and you don't have a ticket, come on over to Conn Center, we'll hook you up.
Yeah.
We got scout. Danny Murray is going to be a scout, kind of a bird dog out in the lobby looking for people without tickets.
He's good at that.
Yeah,
he does that at sporting events.
I understand they're going to open the doors at 6:45.
They're opening the doors at 6:45. In addition to having these 200 band kids that are coming, we're expecting about 150 of his former students there. They're coming from all over.
Wow.
And we're expecting, in addition to that, another 700 or 800 people. We will have 1,000 people in Conn Center to hear band music. Can you imagine that with no football game?
I want to get some final words. First of all, Mrs. Holsinger, just how do you sum all this up and looking forward to Friday night, what's going to be just a big night?
Well, we're just providing the music. Yeah. It's just a concert for us. Just getting it ready. That's what we do. That's our thing. Yeah. I do want to say our wind ensemble has always been our favorite thing. We always look forward to rehearsals. We always leave rehearsals invigorated. Yep. Even when we have our late 9 to 11 o'clock at night rehearsals occasionally, we sometimes can't get to bed before 1 o'clock because we're so, because they're great kids. They're our kids.
That's right.
And the last time we'll get to do this with our kids.
Dr. Holsinger.
That is,
sum it up.
Well, she's right. I mean, we get so enthused about it. It's the best. We can go into a rehearsal down. I never come out of rehearsal down. I always come out of rehearsal up because they just give you everything they can give you. And when I first got here, I mean, the first Wind Ensemble, we did some things that they hadn't done before, and I kept telling them, I said, we're doing this because this is what the big boys do. Well, now we're kind of the big boys. And recognized around the states and in some cases around the nation. So, I mean, we've done what we're supposed to do, and the kids, they never balk at it. I mean, they just believe. They actually believe what we say. Most
of the time. Most of the time.
At least they don't let it on. But it's been a great ride. I mean, one of the things I can say if I have time, one of the nice things about being at Lee, being a private school and all, I had a stroke 8 years ago. If I'd been at a state school, it'd be so long day because I couldn't do my job. And yet here at Lee, they let me have a year to get myself back together again and come back to do what I'm doing.
That's assuming you were already together.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
Before the stroke.
So that meant a lot to me because I mean I could have been done, so to speak.
Wow.
But just the fact that guys like this guy and a lot of people at the school waited for me to get well, and so I've got almost everything back except my left arm. I miss my left arm, but it's just the only thing that's not coming back. So I'm like a one-armed paper hanger.
Well,
yes.
He conducts with his right arm and his eyebrows.
Yeah. There we go. Friday night, 7:30, Lee University Conn Center. Holsinger conducts Holsinger tribute concert. Call the Lee box office. Tickets are free, but you do need a ticket. And I really, really appreciate all of you being here this morning. It's been a
Thanks so
thrill.
much, Steve. We appreciate the opportunity.
Here we go. Here's an example of what you're going to hear on Friday night. This is what was played as the planes headed to Desert Storm on the aircraft carrier Dr. David Holsinger. Dr. Conn just told us this is what he played when he was a guest conductor the first time at Lee University. Friday night, 7:30, Holsinger conducts Holsinger, a farewell tribute concert. Call the Lee box office 614-8343. Bridget, let's check the Simmons Bank celebration list.
Yes.
How about it?
Happy birthday to Beecher Hunter today. Also, Lee Lester, owner of the UPS store, celebrating his birthday today as well. Dawn and Ronnie Long, they are celebrating their 21st wedding anniversary. Dennis Cavett is 59 today. That is from his wife. And then Joan Thurmond is celebrating today. That is from Todd and the family, owners of Barn at Hickory Hills. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Rid-A-Pest mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the HHM text line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank gives you more for a better banking experience with convenience in mind.
Well, wasn't that just wonderful? Talking with the Holsingers and Dr. Conn about Friday night. It's going to be a very special night in the musical history of this community.
Yeah, it's going to be a very powerful performance, I'm sure.
Oh, my goodness. Unbelievable. And especially the legacy of Dr. Holsinger, Mrs. Holsinger, at Lee for nearly 25 years. All right, let's get a news update right here. The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. And later today, we'll learn as the Shelby County Commission will meet if they're going to reappoint Justin Pearson, who was expelled by the State House of Representatives last week, last Thursday. He could be reappointed for his former seat, really, as the temporary replacement until the election. So until another election can occur next year. Justin Pearson up with the Shelby County Commission later today. Governor Bill Lee has issued an executive order that he says enhances protective measures used during the purchase of firearms in the state. Those stories and more coming up in full detail. Also a couple of notes about things happening in Polk County as far as road closures and controlled burns, all of that happening in Polk County, all that at the top of the hour.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. It's here, the Don Ledford Buick GMC Truck Annual April Spring Savings Event, and they are saying yes to low interest rates and 90 days until your first payment. For details, go to donledford.com or stop by Don Ledford Buick GMC on North Lee Highway, where they say yes. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-A-Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the HHM text line. This traffic report is brought to you by Southland Finance. On May 1st, they are relocating to a larger, more convenient branch at 950 25th Street in Cleveland at the intersection of Peerless Road. Call them at 423-458-3007. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
All right, Mix 30 is proudly presented by your friends at the Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union Mortgages. TVFCU Mortgages. Don't forget, TVFCU will pay your appraisal fee when you get a mortgage with TVFCU. This week's partner, and Mix 30 anniversary partner, is the Flooring Center. And they are introducing a brand new division called Finishing Touch. Dwayne Williams will be broadcasting live from Finishing Touch there at the Flooring Center this coming Friday from 11 until 1 o'clock at lunchtime. It's a division of the Finishing Touch, a division of the Flooring Center, specializing in shutters and shower doors. They're going to be built right there at the Flooring Center warehouse on Starview Drive. For more information, go to theflooringcentertn.com. They're giving away a $1,000 gift card to the Flooring Center, or you can use it at Finishing Touch. $1,000 gift card. And if you'd like to win, tell you what, we're going to take calls and text over the next 5 minutes. We'll give you 5 minutes to call or text to enter $1,000 gift card from the Flooring Center, or you can use it at Finishing Touch, their new division. Go to call us or text us. 423-614-6499, 614-6499. We'll do that for about the next 5 minutes.
Video chat with TVFC. Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank account's too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom.
Direct Primary Care Associates is making our healthcare membership even better. Now you can have access to over 1,000 generic medications as a part of our membership. This efficient, affordable benefit to go with your already convenient DPCA membership makes getting your medications easy with home delivery. You can find out how you and your family can get access to over 1,000 medications, 24/7 access to your doctor via phone, text, email, telemedicine, same day or next day appointments, labs, and more with a low monthly cost at directprimarycareassociates.com.
Hey listeners, there's a new buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of We the People. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
Bank temperature is 39 degrees.
Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious foods in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
All right, but just before sports, I just got a text from Donna Simpson, Bradley County clerk, and I think a lot of people know this by now. Her dear, dear mother, Betty Alley, passed away. Betty, such a wonderful, wonderful woman. I did not realize that she had worked at the county clerk's office for 41 years. And so that goes back to other administrations. And so what they're going to do, the Bradley County Clerk's Office will close at noon tomorrow on Thursday the 13th for the funeral for Betty Alley, a long-time 41-year employee of the clerk's office, and, of course, mother of Bradley County Clerk Donna Simpson, and, of course, Melissa Woody at the Chamber of Commerce. We love Betty. She was such a wonderful lady. And tell you what I really loved about her more than anything, I guess, Bridget, she always was smiling.
Mm-hmm.
She was always happy. I mean, a lot of people are down and dour and all that. Boy, not Betty. She was always with a smile on her face.
She was, and that's the main thing that people are talking about is her beautiful smile.
We loved her. So anyway, and we love Donna and Melissa and the whole family. So just keep that in mind. The Bradley County Clerk's office will close at noon tomorrow, Thursday the 13th, for Betty Alley's funeral. And if you think about it, definitely send them a note or definitely say a prayer for them. I tell you, it's a tough situation, but we're going to celebrate Betty's life. Again, Bradley County Clerk's office will close at noon tomorrow just for the funeral. All right, tell you what, let's go on to sports right here. And I know running a little bit behind this morning, but if you were with us earlier, you heard just a remarkable interview with Dr. David Holsinger and Winona, his wife, and, of course, Dr. Paul Conn. Really roasted not only David, but me. Well, what is his deal?
I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, he comes in with a little Starbucks cup, and he's just throwing bombs. But he's been working on it all night.
Yep.
Anyway, no, it was a tremendous interview. If you missed it, go back on mixtv.tv later this morning. And don't forget, Holsinger conducts Holsinger. What a rare opportunity in Cleveland, Tennessee, to see unbelievable band music, the best you can find, this Friday night, 7:30 at the Lee Conn Center. Tickets are free. Anywhere else, they could charge hundreds of dollars, something like that, but it's free, and it's a gift from Lee University, and looking forward to it. All right, I got another. You want to give away some more prizes? Well, I'll tell you what. I got some more prizes. So hang on, we're going to do it before 8 o'clock, but we just got a call in, and he's very much part of sports this morning. Bobby Ludwig, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Bobby, I know you don't listen, and I can't blame you, but I haven't done sports yet.
You haven't done sports yet? Well,
we're a little behind. Well, it's fine.
Maybe I can go ahead of sports this time.
You are, and here's why. Courtesy of Shanika Jones at the Cleveland the Cleveland Parks and Rec Department, I have the softball scores from last night.
Do you? Okay. Well,
we have photos of Bobby pitching last night.
Can we send those to Austin? We'll get them on Mix TV.
Yes, a fellow church member sent those to us.
A fellow at Grace Point? Mm-hmm. I didn't know anybody else went to Grace Point. That's good to hear. All right, so, Bobby, we're just going to top sports. You're going to top everything. Braves, Hawks in the playoffs, LeBron,
okay,
everything.
Okay, good.
So, Grace Point lost not once but twice last night. The Cleveland Fire Department beat Grace Point 19-18, which you're the starting pitcher. Peerless Road Church of God of Prophecy 25-13 in the Holy War over Grace Point last night. How do you answer these charges?
They had the Holy Spirit with them. They had the Holy Spirit was on their side last night.
Well, they have the Bahamas Brass Band doing the seventh inning stretch. What's going on?
Yeah.
Did you pitch both games?
Steve? I did. My pitch count was pretty high. I was pretty wore out by the second game. So, yeah.
Did the second game start at 9:30?
Yeah, it was a late game.
My Lord.
The lights are out in field 3, so we got to play about a 9:30 game, and because the lights are still out in field 3.
Now, I know that Patty Pettit, listen, she's the Parks and Rec director. I know that, and she gets on me all the time. I love her, and then I know, like Tim Henderson, CEO of Cleveland Utilities, listening right now or watching. Well, I don't know. So any appeal you like? So it's a field 3 at Tinsley Park. We need the lights fixed. Is that right?
Yeah, the outfield lights are out and the scoreboard's off.
Well, apparently,
it has been since the beginning of the season.
So. But let me say this, Bobby. You bunch of losers at Grace Point, I don't really think it matters, does it? Because Phil Griffin needs to get up tonight and disband the program. This is embarrassing. You're 0-4. And we're going to stop talking about this.
Well, we gave them a good game. The Cleveland Fire Department almost came back. Brought it into overtime.
19-18.
So, yeah, brought it into overtime.
I mean, I am surrounded by losers, by the way, and I guess you're just going to join the crowd. Good Lord.
That's right. We'll rub off on you. But I would like to invite Mr. Dale Hughes. He's the city commissioner for the district with Tinsley Park to take a tour. He'll go out there on a Monday, Tuesday, a Thursday, possibly even a Wednesday. They do, I think, rec league, just to see how many people are involved in softball in Bradley County. Now, I remember 20 years ago, but I've also heard about the stories of weekend tournaments and softball going. I mean, it was huge. There'd be 20 church teams. Now we got 6 or 7. There was just a lot more involvement a long time ago. But even today, there is a tremendous amount of involvement in the softball fields, whether in the stands or playing. And I think that, I think that calls for some money going into the softball fields so that we can play. If the fields don't drain very well, lights are out, and equipment, bathrooms, all that stuff is, I don't know how old it is. I've been here 20 years, Steve, and there hasn't been a whole lot of changes since that. And so we can almost play softball with the lights from the pickleball courts bleeding over into softball because they're so bright, which is great. It's a great addition to our community. But I invite these city commissioners to come look and sit in the stands and see the condition of the softball fields and the stands and the fences and there's a lot of improvement that can take place, and there's a lot of involvement. The community is involved in those parks. So, anyway, that's my shout this morning. And you know what? You know you're on the right track when you get a bunch of high fives walking into the field in the stadium from players and people that listen to the 3 people listen to the radio in the morning. They all play softball, apparently.
Bridget, I'll ignore that. Bridget, did I just hear? Now you can tell Bobby's only been here 20 years. Did I just hear Bobby Ludwig call out one Dale Richard Hughes on the air? Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something.
I'm not calling anybody out. I'm inviting them to come out and.
No, I'm going to turn your volume down. I gave you time. Now it's my time. Yeah. So let me tell you something. If you want something done, okay, there's a handful of people that can get it done. That would be Dale R. Hughes. And so right now his phone's probably lighting up because Dale's in the presence of Jehovah right now. He doesn't have time. But no, Dale, you just said it. Then there's the man himself right there. All right, I'm going to let you do the report before you have to move.
Tinsley's in his district, and I invite him to come out and see what goes on at night at Tinsley Park.
Okay, well Now there's one of my mentors who can get things done. Okay, quickly. Perfect. All right, let's get the report here. Come on, before you have to leave Cleveland.
Yeah,
go right ahead. and by the way, you're a loser. You lost 2 games last night, and then you got on this 50-minute speech. Unbelievable.
We keep trying, Steve. We keep trying. We're doing it for the community.
Start hitting with T's.
Better softball fields. Better softball fields.
God. Oh, God. Now he's going to blame the field. It's unbelievable. All right, go ahead.
All right. Markets were mixed yesterday. The Dow up 98 points to close at 33,684. The S&P flat to close at 4,108. And the NASDAQ down 52 points to close at 12,031. So markets mixed, although that's not the news this morning, is it, Steve? Softball scores, and it seems to be.
Bobby Ludwig.
Back to you guys in the studio.
We love him. Bobby Ludwig, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Hey, Bobby, how come people got a hold of you?
Hey, that's right. Give us a call for all your investment, retirement, and political needs, 473-2215. Again, it's 473-2215, or stop by and see me, 2060 North Dakota, right by the old Liner gas station.
All right, very good. Bobby, thanks so much. All right, let's get into sports, sponsored by the Town Squire. Braves over the Reds last night, 7-6. Braves will play tonight at 7:20 here, Mix 104.1, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Bridget, the NBA, don't call it the NBA playoffs. And I realized why NBA Commissioner Adam Silver did not call it the NBA playoffs is because AT&T is sponsoring the play-in.
Okay.
See, so it's a sponsorship deal, and Google is sponsoring the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a sponsorship deal. Hawks win. They beat the Miami Heat last night in the NBA play-in game, 116-105. Hawks are a number 7 seed. They'll take on the number 2 seeded Boston Celtics in the NBA playoffs beginning on Saturday. Oh, what a game last night. LeBron James and the Lakers win it they tied it at overtime with a 3-pointer. by LeBron. They beat the T-Wolves 108-102 in overtime. The Lakers are now number 7. They'll take on the number 2 ranked in the Western Conference, Memphis Grizzlies, beginning on Sunday. All right, Bridget, you've got some soccer scores for me. I want to go over to you. People are texting us this morning.
Yes, so Cleveland varsity defeated Bradley 6-5 in penalties after double overtime. So Cleveland over Bradley in soccer 6-5, and then Walker Valley men's soccer tied East Hamilton 1-1 last night.
All right, we also have, thank you very much, we also have Cleveland softball over Bradley 10-5 last night. Cleveland baseball over Chattanooga Howard 19-4. East Hamilton swept Bradley in tennis last night. Coming up, we're going to talk with our friends from First Baptist Cleveland. Got a big event Sunday night with Willie Robertson from Duck Dynasty. But first, it's time to win. How about if you want to go to the UT Orange and White game this Saturday in Knoxville, call or text us over the next, I'll give you 5 minutes. Got another one? Oh, okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. You want to go to the Orange and White game this Saturday, 423-614-6499. Our ticket giveaway is courtesy of Honda Cleveland. Chris Harris and all of them over there be loving the balls. So call or text if you want to go to the Orange and White game. Give you 5 minutes and we'll announce a winner. UT and Knoxville this coming Saturday. Call or text 423-614-6499.
Name and brand that you can trust. Wholesale Supply has been serving.
Morning, everybody. My name is Doug Vierthal, General Manager, Cleveland Ford. As you can see, the long-awaited construction build has begun. We are definitely, so everybody knows in the community, expanding to support and to service the community. When you pull in, it looks a little bit confusing. We are open during business. Everybody should know that we have a bunch of new Fords in inventory. We have Broncos, we have F-150s, as well as a bunch of orders coming in weekly and monthly. If you need anything, you can reach me. My name is Doug Vierthaler. Look forward to talking to y'all soon.
Peyton Southeastern is hiring. You have the potential to earn over $21 an hour with new progressive pay rates. A $2 night shift premium, plus you're eligible to earn a $5,000 stay bonus. Peyton's in Cleveland has open interviews every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. and then from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Mix 1041 and Honda Cleveland are giving one deserving firefighter in our area a chance to win a 2023 Honda Civic. Nominate your favorite firefighter today at mymix1041.com.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thank you for calling Logan Thompson. This is Ashley.
Celebration list here. We're also understanding we're getting a bunch of calls and texts for the orange and white tickets this Saturday in Knoxville. We're going to be carrying that game on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, by the way, presented by TVFCU Mortgages. But first, let's get a check of the celebration list.
Okay, happy birthday to Beecher Hunter today. Also, Lee Lester, owner of the UPS store, celebrating his birthday. Yes. Yeah. Dawn and Ronnie Long, they are celebrating their 21st wedding anniversary today. Dennis Cavett is 59 today. That is from his wife. Also, Joan Thurmond is celebrating today. That is from her husband, Todd, and the family. They own the barn at Hickory Hills. And then this one just in, Daryl Canada is having a birthday today. The birthday wish says he's a wonderful husband, father, and the PE teacher at Black Fox Elementary. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those.
And his daughter is going to marry Charlie Fletcher in October.
That's right.
Matter of fact, yeah.
Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Rid-A-Pest mix line, 614-6499. You can text us at that same number on the HHM text line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. This news update is brought to you by Rick's Plumbing Service, a family-owned business specializing in new commercial and residential plumbing. Call Jason or Josh at Rick's Plumbing Service, 423-595-6143. This traffic report is brought to you by L&B.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature is brought to you by Simply Bank. Remember Me Senior Care is Cleveland's first assisted living and memory care neighborhood. They specialize in assisted living for those who are still active with a community of indoor and outdoor activities. They also provide memory care living for those who are facing life with dementia. Learn more online at remembermesc.com or call their office and set up an in-person visit at 423-473-3140. Remember Me Senior Care, a culture of care your loved one deserves.
Mix Mornings on Mix TV is Southeast Tennessee's best way to stay informed about local news, sports, weather, and community events.
Weather Center at 8:04.
Thank you to the hundreds of customers that left 5-star reviews after their experience of buying from us at Mermaid Mattress.
For today, we'll have sunny skies, a high of 79 and a low of 45 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies, a slight chance of a rain shower, a high around 75 and a low of 57 tomorrow night, with rain showers at times tomorrow evening. And then on Friday, scattered showers and thunderstorms with a high of 75. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 39 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Doctors Ken and Brian Beard. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Broadcasting from the Kia. Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios. This is Talk 101.3 The Buzz, WCLE, HD2 and 101.3 FM, W267BI Cleveland.
Top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Biden visiting Ireland with son Hunter in tow. Suspicion now extends to military contractors for the devastating U.S. intelligence leak of documents posted on a gamer's site. Some 5,000 U.S. personnel had security clearance. Former President Trump on Tucker Carlson tonight talks about concerns about U.S. military readiness with China preparing for war in Taiwan. Trump says Russia right now is making massive amounts of munitions.
We don't have any ammunition. We've given it to Ukraine. We're not prepared to fight. I rebuilt our military, new planes, new tanks, new everything. They've taken the military that I've rebuilt, and they've given it all to Ukraine.
Trump tells Tucker his greatest concern for the world now is not global warming, but nuclear warming if somebody uses a nuke.
Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. It's 1041 local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk at 8:06. Good morning, everybody. And in the news this morning, Shelby County commissioners will meet today and decide whether to reappoint Justin Pearson, who was expelled by the Tennessee House of Representatives last Thursday, to fill the role of his former seat temporarily until the next election. Widely believed, and as Speaker of the State House Cameron Sexton told us last Monday, this past Monday, that he in fact believes that will happen, as of course Representative Justin Jones was given the temporary seat by the Nashville City Council yesterday. It is widely expected Pearson will be reappointed by the Shelby County Commission later today. Our news partners at Local 3 report Governor Bill Lee issued an executive order on Tuesday that he says enhances protective measures used during the purchase of firearms in the state. Executive Order 100 implements the Tennessee Instant Check system used for running background checks on people looking to buy a firearm. The governor says the system will also apply the National Instant Criminal Background Check system with local records and information deemed necessary by the state for identifying people who are prohibited from buying a firearm. The TBI will oversee the program. And Congressman Chuck Fleischman introduced the Securing Aid for Every School Act, better known as the Safe School Act, to the United States House on Tuesday. The Safe School Act is a $900 million program meant to make schools safer across the country. The funding will allow both public and private schools to hire school resource officers. The funds will go to hiring and training veterans and former or off-duty officers to serve as school resource officers. And schools may also use the funding to increase training for teachers and make threat assessments. A couple of stories impacting Polk County, also from our news partners at Local 3. CSX has issued a notice of possible temporary road closures for crossing maintenance from now until tomorrow. Intersections affected: Davis Kerbo, Bill Howard Road, Ladd Springs, Ball Play at 411, and Liberty Church Road at Highway 411. And the U.S. Forest Service will continue the planned controlled burns for the Presswood Mountain Fire north of the Chilhowie Campground. The controlled burn was planned for about 1,265 acres on Presswood. Crews will also burn about 1,000 acres in the Stillhouse area in the Grassy Creek Waters Road area of Polk County. Mix 1041, MixTV.tv. We're joined now by our friends from First Baptist Cleveland. Stephen Beasley is the media director, and we have Kelly Canals here. Kelly, look, what's your official title?
I think it's evolving. It's a teaching pastor.
Teaching pastor.
Yeah.
Well, you need to hang around him a lot more often if that's the case. By the way, I noticed your family was out having ice cream without you. Do they do that often? I ran into them yesterday. Amy and your 12 disciples of Joel or whatever. They were all together, and you weren't there. How about that?
Yeah, Amy and I are still talking about this. This happens more often than she tells me about. And the kids come home and they say, Dad, we had ice cream. They didn't take me. I have ice cream every night. It's a ritual. It's a regular thing. It's
absolutely
one or two, occasionally 3 large bowls of something good. Matter of fact, there's a new flavor out that works really well with what we're going to talk about in a second, but it is Little Debbie ice cream.
Really?
It is like, oatmeal cream pie mixed up in, but it's unbelievable.
Are you serious? I got to try that.
Yeah, you can go straight to Food City or Publix or Walmart or Cook's or anywhere else you want to go, and they've got it. It's
find it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, I tell you, you guys, not just you guys, but First Baptist Cleveland, always doing big events. And boy, you got another one this Sunday night.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. We've got an awesome event Sunday night. We've been talking about this for a little while, and tickets are out and available for a men's conference. Willie Robertson will be here from Duck Dynasty. It's going to be a whole lot of fun that night. There's some giveaways taking place, some fun games up front. I think we're going to play a little duck hunt on Mario. And,
yeah. Everything else is Mario. $200 million opening this past weekend.
Yeah, that was a good movie too. So it'll be a lot of fun on Sunday night, and Willie will be here. We'll be talking about all things Jesus and everything else that Willie is going to share with us. Plus, on top of that, we're just going to hang out and let the guys have a good time getting to know each other and fellowship a little bit. There's going to be more ice cream, more Little Debbie's. There was an ice cream freezer in the lobby yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had to stay. Yeah, I tried to break in, but
well, I would say that didn't work out. Kelly, that sounds like a great event for men this Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, of course, most folks know Willie and the whole Duck Dynasty deal, and we're going to just kind of wind him up and let him share his stories and of just family and faith, and then we're going to press into it. We're going to have Willie just sit down, and we're going to ask him, fire away some questions, and press into some of the things that maybe viewers and people have wanted to know over the years as of watching him, a little bit of behind the scenes of the show and what's life like really with his family, and so it's going to be a really good time, and tons of guys going. I think we're doing a camo night, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to put your camo on.
And we're going. So I hear you're growing out your beard for Sunday night.
Yeah, I've been growing this for about 2 years. So and so question number one for Willie. Question number one: was your dad Phil a better quarterback at Louisiana Tech than Terry Bradshaw? And a lot of people say he was, but he got injured and moved on.
When you're there Sunday night, you can ask him that question.
Well, I'll be glad. I'll be glad to. How about that?
Hey, Christmas, you were there. Easter, you were there.
I was there Easter. Saw you open the service, you and Amy, and I noticed that they had Amy pray and not you.
Yeah.
How about that?
Hey, she brought the fire.
Oh, she did.
That's why we're having a men's conference, to help some of these guys step up and be men of their household.
It starts with the staff.
That's right.
Where's Loving Good when you need him? But, and this is what I love about First Baptist. You're always doing things the community's interested in, and it's a great way to draw people in, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really going to be a fun, casual event. And here's the thing we know, too, is that just, you can find statistics for just about anything, but, when men lead the household coming to church and in worship, the likelihood of their kids being regular worshipers in church goes up exponentially. And so, it's more than just a church event. We're pressing into just a real need in the culture and the community and inside of the church as well, of men just stepping up and being men and being the pace setters, and so it's going to be a really fun night and a lot of good food. We're going to be wearing out some Little Debbie's.
You better believe it.
Kelly Canals joins us, Stephen Beasley, and now you played college baseball, and I believe at Liberty. Is that correct?
That's right.
So, and you're a Yankees fan.
I'm a Tampa boy,
don't
so
start
it's
backpedaling now. You're in Braves country, but God bless you.
I was born and raised a Braves fan. Of course, when you're in the South, growing up a kid in the '80s, you only got two teams on TV. So you got the Cubs, and as a kid, you could only watch the Cubs on Saturday because all those day games. So it was by default Braves until Major League Baseball expanded. So,
but you told an amazing story in one of your sermons about when you got to go to a Yankees game and actually got to really go in behind the scenes and go on the field and meet some really, really cool people.
Yeah, well, one of my best friends growing up, his dad was the first base coach for the New York Yankees during that time. And so we spent lots of time together hanging out, and we'd be at the Yankees complex. Spring training complex was there in Tampa. And so, we were running around in middle school, just fooling around in locker rooms and not knowing just the magnitude of what we were into. And, but it was wild. I was in Tampa a couple months ago and actually spending some time. Andy Pettit was a friend. And so Andy is there hanging out. And I told Andy a story that he didn't know until that moment which was we were in New York, and my buddy's dad took me down in the locker room before the game, and their clubhouse manager threw a pinstripe uniform on me, let me go out and shag balls during batting practice and hang out. And it was just one of those, dream moments as a kid. And I'm standing in right field with Darryl Strawberry, and we're just talking shop. Well, as the game gets going, and he sends me back down to the locker room to change, to go back up to sit with my family. And as I'm doing that, I go back in. There's no other players in the locker room, and I notice behind the glass window there's another little conference room and a spread of food back there. And I'm thinking, boy, I'm practically a player now. Let me go get let me go get a little snack here before I go. So I walk into this dark room and flick on the light, and a person pops up from laying down on this couch staring right at me, and it scared me to death. Of course, I didn't get any snacks. I took off thinking I'm doing something wrong. And about an hour later, I realized that guy who was taking a nap pregame was Andy Pettit, making his major league debut that night. And he was getting a little bit of rest before. So I told Andy that story, and I said, man, just make sure you made your first start. And
hey, by the way, I'm a Yankees fan now after that story. I'm joining up. Hey, Charlie Cogdell, did you hear that? Charlie Cogdell, our former athletic director in Cleveland High School, is a huge Yankees fan, so I'm sure you enjoyed that. Hey, I do want to, while you're here, Kelly, talk about the foster ministry that you and your wife have really started at First Baptist. Tell me about that.
Yeah, my wife, I kid with her all the time that I'm just her intern when it comes to that, because she's unbelievably gifted, and started foster care ministry in Tampa before we came here for teenage girls in foster care. Started a clothing store there that was totally free. Girls can come and shop for free and get clothes that were new or gently used, and it really, God just blessed it. It was growing exponentially, and she became really the first stop in that city when girls would be rescued out of trafficking and things of that nature. They would come and allow those girls to be clothed there first before putting them in group homes. And so that's been a part of her heart for a long time. And so coming here, we felt like, man, God, there's some great organizations and some great people that are already doing stuff in that space. And so we said, how can we help join in on that, but also maybe find some areas in which folks maybe don't have the resources or haven't stepped into now. And so we're launching it slowly, but getting out there, trying to bless some of the caseworkers. Unbelievable ratios when you think of the amount of caseworkers that are overseeing all of these children all in the southeast part of Tennessee. And so we're doing some things with caseworkers. We're providing some wraparound services for foster care parents in the city, and putting some what we're calling care communities of people around them, where if, for example, if you were fostering some child, we would assign you a team of people that you would have a point person who say, hey, we're going to pray for you weekly. We're going to have folks that are going to provide a meal for your family every week.
Wow.
And any other needs that you have. We're blessing a family right now with diapers. They've got a child with some medical needs, and we're saying, listen, how can we just step in and do that? And so it's one of those things that for foster families in this community, they don't have to be members of the church, don't have to go to a church. It's just one of those areas that we feel called into stepping in and just meeting a real need.
Mm-hmm. And how would people get more information about this?
They can contact me at the church at any time, and we'd put them in touch with the real boss, which is my wife.
There you go. Well, Beasley, I want to go right back to the beginning. That's Willie Robertson, the men's conference, this Sunday night at First Baptist.
That's exactly right. You definitely need to get a ticket for that because space is filling up fast. You can find
what
just
are we
about.
Talking? How much?
Tickets are $10, and so not a lot. We just know that if you have skin in the game, you're more likely to show up, and so that just. Really, is just you.
And of course, you'll take your tithe out of that, and then
I will not be.
Well, I didn't know.
I have a couple of tickets. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you one ticket.
You're going to give me a ticket.
Yeah.
You really are.
So now you're obligated to come.
Well, no, I mean I would buy a ticket, Beasley.
Well, so tickets are $10. You can pay me when we wrap this interview up.
Fine.
Anyway, so find any First Baptist guy. You can get a ticket. They're also available online. You go to firstbaptistcleveland.com and get a ticket for the men's conference there as well. Doors open at 6. Willie will be on stage about 6:30. We'll be doing all the duck hunting fun and all that kind of stuff in the lobby before that. So show up early, and then after we wrap up the time with Willie and Kelly and all the interview and everything there that we're going to have, which I think is going to be the highlight of the whole night. Then we'll head out and get some ice cream, some Little Debbie's, hang around fellowship, and just enjoy being together. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
So much happening. We were talking before I came on the air about all that happens at First Baptist seemingly all the time. Yeah. I told you I drove by there last night and saw just all kinds of stuff. And so all of the information about everything is on the website.
Yeah, everything's on the website. And of course, you can follow the story. We like to think the website's the home base where you can get information about everything. So last night when you drove by, Celebrate Recovery was taking place, college services were taking place, people are playing pickleball and basketball and everything else on the sport courts all the time. And then you can follow the story of just the highlights and the fun and all that on social media. So you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of those places and keep up. Of course, there's messages and series information and all that on YouTube and lots of other places as well. So there's 1,000 different ways you can get connected, and there's always something going on for just about everybody. So you definitely want to be a part of that. And guys, tickets really are going quickly. We're talking about filling the room up very, very quickly. So if you haven't gotten a ticket, find a First Baptist guy in your office or around town or come by the church or go on the website and get one quickly because we'll be out of those real soon.
Stephen Beasley, Kelly Canals, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
Great seeing both of you. All right, Mix 1041, we're going to take a break right here at 8:21. Back in a moment. Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance, 2334 Keith Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
It's the Hardee's Star Deal Combo. Get a Hardee's Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger, crispy 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders, or original hot ham and cheese with a small fry and drink for just $5.99. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
I'm looking forward to the evening. I'm looking forward to the night. Mermaid tonight, Mermaid Mattress Factory and Showroom.
Hey Cleveland, Thomas Williams, Executive Manager with Mountain View Nissan. Coming to you today to talk to you about our new Car Madness sale for the whole month of April. Starting April 1st through the end of the month, we're going to give you a $500 Food City gift card for purchasing a new vehicle. You heard me right. A $500 gift card to Food City for purchasing a new vehicle in the month of April. We've got plenty of inventory, and also it comes with our lifetime warranty that covers your engine, your transmission, your water pump for as long as you own the car. It's April. It's new Car Madness time. Come see us.
Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic by offering no-contact online tools for buyers and sellers in the real estate market.
Especially in this day and time with COVID, it makes a lot of the buyers are not wanting to get out and walk into someone else's home, and even sellers may not want people in their home. We can actually do a virtual tour with our phones and send it to our clients.
Walk through a property without having to actually be there and see all the intricacies of the property and the things that they may or may not want.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
Dad, I don't feel so good.
What'd you say, babe?
I don't feel so good.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to take your temperature?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it does look high. Let's schedule an appointment with DPCA.
Direct Primary Care Associates is here to help with times just like these. The convenience of same-day and telemed visits. They are always available to help with your busy lifestyle. Visit us online at directpca.com.
20 years later, we've grown in many ways, but never out of that same customer-first heart to serve. Doing the right thing simply because it's right will earn your business the right way every day, every year, offering permanent steel roofing and siding at competitive prices, keeping promises, staying on time for both deliveries and pickups, making things right when we come up short. Partners like you are the reason Best Buy Metals exists.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Come see us!
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of We the People. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
Morning, everybody. My name is Doug Vierthal, General Manager, Cleveland Ford. As you can see, the long-awaited construction build has begun. We are definitely, so everybody knows in the community, expanding to support and to service the community. When you pull in, it looks a little bit confusing. We are open during business. Everybody should know that we have a bunch of new Fords in inventory. We have Broncos, we have F-150s, as well as a bunch of orders coming in weekly and monthly. If you need anything, you can reach me. My name is Doug Vierthaler. Look forward to talking to you all soon.
It's the Hardee's Star Deal Combo. Get a Hardee's Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger, crispy 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders, or original hot ham and cheese with a small fry and drink for just $5.99. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one. And there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great. And their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature is brought to you by Simply Bank.
Simmons Bank celebration list on what has been a very busy midweek Wednesday morning, Bridget.
All right. Yes. Happy birthday to Beecher Hunter today. Also, yes, Lee Lester, owner of UPS Store, is having a birthday today. Dawn and Ronnie Long, they are celebrating their 21st wedding anniversary. Dennis Cavett is 59 today. That is from his wife. Joan Thurman is having a birthday today. That is from Todd and the family. They own the barn at Hickory Hills. Daryl Canada is celebrating a birthday today. The birthday wish says he is a wonderful husband, father, and PE teacher at Black Box Elementary. And then Edith Blair is having a birthday today as well. That is from her friend Wilhelmina. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Rid-A-Pest mix line 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the HHM text line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. This news update is brought to you by Newlyweds Foods. Newlyweds Foods is hiring. Call them at 423-559-0909 or visit newlywedsfoods.jobs.net and search Cleveland Jobs.
It's 104.1. Good morning to all of you. It's a 12th day of April at 8:29, and don't forget Mix 30, the celebration of our 30th anniversary of Mix 104.1 is presented by TVFCU Mortgages. When you get a mortgage from TVFCU, they will pay for your appraisal. That's hundreds of dollars right there. That's at TVFCU Mortgage. And we have a different contest every week, 30 years, 30 contest, 30 weeks, or I think I inverted that. It's 30 weeks, 30 contests. I don't even know.
It's all the same.
I wrote it and I forgot it. So anyway, this week's prize is our partner is the Flooring Center. The Flooring Center has opened a brand new division called Finishing Touch. We're still waiting for Chad Davis to get his finishing touch. But anyway, Chad's wife, Brittany, of course, they own the Flooring Center. Donnie Ware, her dad, and we have known them forever. Anyway, the Flooring Center, and they're introducing Finishing Touch, a division of the Flooring Center specializing in shutters and shower doors. And they're going to be built, or they are being built, in the Flooring Center warehouse next door on Starview Drive. Dwayne Williams will broadcast live from Finishing Touch this Friday from 11 to 1. And I spoke with Brittany yesterday, Brittany Davis. She told me that they're going to have a bunch of great gift certificates to a lot of great local businesses they'll be giving away this Friday. And the broadcast from 11 until 1 o'clock. Plus, we'll have some lunch for you and more. And looking forward to that. But they're giving away a $1,000 gift card as our contest prize this week for Mix 30. You can register on our website at mymix1041.com. Remember, folks, if you register one time during our Mix 30 contest, you're fine for that week. You're in. But you must register each week. We don't save them through the weeks, but if you register once, either on the website or when we ask for phone calls or text messages, you are good to go. You can find out more about the Flooring Center and the new Finishing Touch by going to theflooringcentertn.com. You can call them right now, 476-9434. And you can register again for the big $1,000 gift card at mymix1041.com. Let's get a check of the streets right here. What's happening?
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. It's here, the Don Ledford Chevrolet annual April Spring Savings Event, and they are saying yes to low interest rates and 90 days until your first payment. For details, go to donledford.com or stop by Don Ledford Chevrolet on North Lee Highway, where they say yes. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-A-Pest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the HHM text line. This traffic report is brought to you by Drain Right Guttering. Call them at 423-472-7018. Online at drainrightguttering.com. The go-to gutter guys will check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
At Land Rover Chattanooga, you can experience the joy of owning a brand new Land Rover today. Browse a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles and feel safe with the excellent service department. Go to LandRoverChattanooga.com or exit 7 I-75 North in, just in Chattanooga. You need new tees for spring and...
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Peyton Southeastern is hiring. You have the potential to earn over $21 an hour with new progressive pay rates. A $2 night shift premium, plus you're eligible to earn a $5,000 stay bonus. Peyton's in Cleveland has open interviews every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. and then from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
At Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory, the tradition was founded by Ralph and Stella Buckner and continued by Ralph Buckner Jr. and his wife, Shari Buckner. Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory is a tradition of service. Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory, caring for Cleveland families whenever they need them. Visit ralphbuckner.com.
Mixed Mornings on Mix TV is Southeast Tennessee's best way to stay informed about local news, sports, weather, and community events, as well as traffic conditions. Plus, you'll never miss a minute of the latest whimsical banter and rants by the one and only Steve Hartline. Who wrote this promo? Never miss a minute. Mixed Mornings on MixTV.tv. Weekdays 7 to 9. MixTV.tv. I'm going to find out who wrote this.
Create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For auto, home, life, and business insurance, contact Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance Agency, 2334 Keith Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
No, so Bridget, let's go a little inside. When I say 5, that means 5 seconds.
Well, then I heard silence.
That's not go. So you think when I say 5, it's just go?
I'm sorry.
So we're gonna step on poor Mark Shepard. Hey, Shepard, she owes you a little bit there. I said 5. Now when I say 5, and I know you're not in show business.
I just didn't want dead air.
Well, that's the enemy.
That's all I heard.
Dead air is the enemy, as Uncle Eddie used to tell us. All right, now, are you ready?
Yes.
I mean, she's had so much Scooter's coffee this morning that she's just jumping the gun here, and I apologize on her behalf. Go ahead.
Okay, so at Scooter's Coffee on Keith Street here in Cleveland in front of Leisure Time Bowling, they're going to be doing something fun on Friday morning. They're trying to set a speed record on this Friday morning. So they're giving away a free small lemonade with any order purchased via the app between 5:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. on Friday morning.
Is that right?
So you don't have to order the lemonade on the app. They're just going to ask you if you want it when you pull up to the window, but they are trying to set speed records at Scooter's Coffee this Friday morning.
Okay, so that'll be interesting, and I've got a couple ideas about this. We'll talk off the air.
Okay.
But so I guess when I say 5, and then you just go, is that kind of like the Lord says that a day is like 1,000 years, or 1,000 years? Like, is that kind of the same deal? Yeah. Or Gary Sears being on America's Funniest Home Videos. By the way, I text Gary Sears. Here's how big his head's gotten since he's been on ABC television, and I saw the ratings. About 4 million people saw Gary on Sunday night. Wow. So here is how big his head's got. I texted him yesterday.
Yeah.
To appear. Used to, I could text Gary. I'd say, Pastor Sear, he'd be here, boom, immediately. Crickets.
Nothing?
Crickets.
He's too busy.
Well, he hired an agency team, Ari Emanuel, after he negotiated the purchase of the WWE for Endeavor, is now representing Pastor Sears when he collapsed, trying to hit the tee. Looked like Grace Point playing last night. Of course, they continue to lose. But anyway, Sears, crickets.
Well,
crickets.
Good. He'll get back to you when he can.
Well, I got to now go through about 3 layers of his people. And I did think it was interesting, his daughter trying to cash in on her dad, falling down trying to hit a tee, and now trying to win the money from America's Funniest Home Videos.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, well, I don't blame her a bit. As a matter of fact, I applaud her. All right, let's go inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center at 22 before the hour.
If you could buy a great queen or king size mattress for $399, would you consider getting rid of that old lumpy mattress? Come to Mermaid Mattress, where you can get this mattress in any size for the price of a twin.
May I speak now?
Well, if I say 5, you're just going to go. If I say 10, maybe you'd give us 1 second. I said, okay, off the air, I said, all right, 5.
And then there was...
Hey, I got to talk.
There was complete silence.
I hate Mark Shepard. I got to talk. I don't care about shelter insurance. Mark Shepard, come on, who cares? He's going to lose his license anyway. No, it wasn't silence. I didn't have the volume up here.
Well, I couldn't hear anything.
No, who cares?
For today, sunny skies, a high of 79 and a low of 45 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy during the day, slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 75. We'll have a low of 57 tomorrow evening with occasional rain showers tomorrow night. And then on Friday, scattered thunderstorms with a high of 75. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 43 degrees.
This Mix 104.1 Weathercast is sponsored by Life Care Center of Cleveland, celebrating more than 45 years of serving the needs of the aging community. Life Care Center of Cleveland.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
Bridget is dedicating this to me this morning.
I'm looking forward to the evening. I'm looking forward to the night. When you want the best life, the time is right. Time to sleep with the mermaid tonight. Mermaid Mattress Factory and Showroom.
Hey Cleveland, Thomas Williams, Executive Manager with Mountain View Nissan. Coming to you today to talk to you about our new car madness sale for the whole month of April. Starting April 1st through the end of the month, we're going to give you a $500 Food City gift card for purchasing a new vehicle. You heard me right. A $500 gift card to Food City for purchasing a new vehicle in the month of April. We've got plenty of inventory, and also it comes with our lifetime warranty that covers your engine, your transmission, your water pump for as long as you own the car. It's April. It's new car madness time. Come see us.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
Hey, it's Josh with Wholesale Supply. Our team members have been serving the Southeast with the best plumbing, electrical, and HVAC products for the past 75 years. Founded in Cleveland, Tennessee, Wholesale Supply has everything you need, from water heaters to kitchen faucets, from lighting to septic tanks. We literally sell it all. Don't believe me? Stop by one of our 32 stores across the Southeast and check it out for yourself. And tell them Josh sent you. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open Monday through Friday and open to the public.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
From Lookout Mountain to Cleveland, from Red Bank to Collegedale, luxury lives here.
Chattanooga Auto Square is your home for premium luxury automobiles.
And we have the largest selection in all of Chattanooga of pre-owned vehicles from every major brand.
Chattanooga Auto Square, Jaguar, Land Rover, Porsche, Infiniti.
A quick check of sports, then a Cleveland High School alum who I went to school with, Meredith Parker, used to be Meredith Vining, and we'll do that in a second. It's the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, hello human kindness, and the Braves got a big win last night. 7-6 over the Reds. They'll play again tonight at 7:20 right here. Mix 104.1, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. The NBA play-in tournament started last night. The Atlanta Hawks, big win in Miami over the Miami Heat, 116-105. Hawks clinch the number 7 seed. They'll play the number 2 seed Boston Celtics in the playoffs beginning Saturday. What a night in Los Angeles last night. The Los Angeles Lakers over the Minnesota Timberwolves in the play-in game, 108-102 in overtime. LeBron hit a three-pointer at the end of regulation to tie it. Then they tried to lose it, but they wound up winning. Lakers number 7 seed. They'll take on the number 2 seeded Memphis Grizzlies in the playoffs starting Sunday. All right, let's go to softball now. Cleveland High School over Bradley Central 10-5 last night. High school baseball, Cleveland over Chattanooga Howard 19-4. In soccer, what a night. Cleveland over Bradley in soccer 6-5 and double OTs on penalty kicks. Thanks to Carla Bolaños for sending us the score, Bridget. I know she sent that to us. Did you have another? I guess something else, didn't you?
We had a Walker Valley soccer score. Let's see. Walker Valley men's soccer tied East Hamilton 1-1 last night.
All right, and East Hamilton girls and boys defeated Bradley in tennis last night. There you go. And so that's sports. It's sponsored in part by Solutions Finance. We'll talk with Meredith here in about 15 seconds. Solutions Finance of Tennessee, your hometown lender. Locally owned and operated. Loans for used cars, motorcycles, ATVs, home improvement, furniture and appliance purchases, and other worthwhile purpose. Solutions Finance. Keith Street, phone 339-6772. All right, welcome in, everybody. Mix 1041, MixTV.tv. My longtime friend, Meredith Parker. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. I said, most of the interview would be about restoration therapy, but then some of it would be about former boyfriends. And so, and that was the reaction I got. I don't know why she thinks I'm kidding. Anyway, Meredith and I went to Cleveland High together.
Yeah.
And, I do want to talk about restoration therapy. Just tell me what it's all about.
Yeah, so restoration therapy is a private practice mental health therapy services. So we offer kids all the way up until senior adults. We do obviously mental health issues, but we can also do family therapy, premarital counseling, pretty much the whole range of mental health services that people need. If you're wanting referrals for testing or psychiatry, we can provide that for you. So we try to just meet every need that might come up in the mental health field.
And, of course, your dad, Dr. John Vining, just really set one of the standards in our community for this. Let me ask you, too, because, the pandemic, I think a lot of what the pandemic did was highlight mental health in so many aspects of our society. This is probably the wrong way to phrase this. How big was that, I guess, or what kind of a light do you think the pandemic shone on that?
Yeah, that's huge. With our kids, the transition, not being in school, not being around friends, being isolated, and even adults, not being able to go to work and have that socialization, that's a big thing. For people with substance abuse issues, some of the resources that they would normally get to go to weren't available at that time. We've heard in the news domestic violence skyrocketed. So you're right. It really did play a number on mental health issues for sure.
Joined by Meredith Parker, Restoration Therapy, and let's talk about your counselors. So tell me about them.
Yeah, so it's me, obviously, and then about a year ago, I was able to hire a rock star of a person, a Lee alum, Allison Franks, and she has a lot of different life experiences and educational background. So between Allison and I, we're both master's level therapists, and through life experiences, not just education, we've got a wide range of just personal life experiences. Allison has dealt with infertility and loss of children, foster care, adoption. She's also worked in the school as a counselor, and I used to teach, so we kind of have that area of expertise that we can work with children and their teachers to have them be successful in the classroom. I've dealt with chronic health issues and anxiety, all the things that you would want a counselor to actually know about personally. I would say we have a pretty good range of experiences there.
Meredith Parker, Restoration Therapy. So let's get your contact information out. How can people reach you?
Yeah, so several ways. Number one, you can look up Allison or me on Psychology Today if you want to read more about our qualifications. You can call 423-478-6492 to schedule an appointment, or we also have email, which is MVP, my initials, at restorationtherapytn.com. I see you smiling. I'm the MVP.
Wait. Now it's all clear. Now we know why you married your husband. We were looking for a P last name, Meredith. Is that right? Meredith Vining Parker, ladies and gentlemen, MVP. I've heard it all now. I've tried to keep a straight face here for 5 minutes. So that's pretty good, Meredith. That all comes clear, doesn't it, Bridget? Oh my goodness, MVP.
Yeah.
Well, you are an MVP, absolutely. Well, Meredith, congratulations on this. And now for the second half of the interview, it's This Is Your Life. We've got some guys in the green room. Come on in, guys. Let's go back to Cleveland High School, class of 1996.
Let's not.
Here she is. Meredith, great to see you. No kidding.
You too.
Congratulations.
Thank
This
you.
is wonderful.
Thank
Restoration Therapy, Meredith Parker, and from MVP from just where, do you have jerseys around the office? Who was your team when we were in high school? Who'd you support? I'm talking
Florida.
That's right, the Gators.
Yeah.
I knew it. They all think they're MVPs, don't they? There she is. I shouldn't have said that. She's trying to. Thanks, Meredith. Good to see you.
Thank you. You too.
God bless you. Tell your parents I said hello.
I will.
All right, Bridget, let's do a final check now of our Simmons Bank celebration list. What do you got?
Okay, happy birthday to Beecher Hunter today. Also, Lee Lester, owner of the UPS store, is celebrating his birthday today. Dawn and Ronnie Long, they are celebrating their 21st wedding anniversary. Dennis Cavett is 59 today. That is from his wife. Joan Thurman is having a birthday today as well. That is from Todd and the family. They own the barn at Hickory Hills.
It's nice I remembered this year.
I know.
I forgot her last year. Too bad.
Daryl Canada is having a birthday today. The birthday wish says he's a wonderful husband, father, and PE teacher at Black Fox Elementary. And then Edith Blair is having a birthday today. Her friend Wilhelmina called that in. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us for tomorrow. We'll take those on the volunteer Rid-A-Pest mix line 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the HHM text line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. Mix 1041 is celebrating our 30th anniversary with Mix 30, presented by Tennessee.
At some point in your life, you may be faced with a legal challenge, whether it be a personal injury, business dispute, or family matter. Our goal is to overcome your legal obstacles and get your life back on track.
If you or a loved one have been injured or have legal issues confronting you and your family, talk with someone on our team. We will investigate your problem to determine the facts and the law. Working together, we can develop a plan to obtain the result you deserve.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox. Air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
Remember Me Senior Care is Cleveland's first assisted living and memory care neighborhood. They specialize in assisted living for those who are still active with a community of indoor and outdoor activities. They also provide memory care living for those who are facing life with dementia. Learn more online at remembermesc.com or call their office and set up an in-person visit at 423-473-3140. Remember Me Senior Care, a culture of care your loved one deserves.
Direct Primary Care Associates is making our healthcare membership even better. Now you can have access to over 1,000 generic medications as a part of our membership. This efficient, affordable benefit to go with your already convenient DPCA membership makes getting your medications easy with home delivery. You can find out how you and your family can get access to over 1,000 medications, 24/7 access to your doctor via phone, text, email, telemedicine, same day or next day appointments, labs, and more with a low monthly cost at directprimarycareassociates.com.
Why rain on come to Best Buy Metals?
For 20 years, Best Buy Metals has provided permanent steel roofing. Additionally, we've expanded to manufacture metal siding, including steel, board and batten, and traditional lap siding. We also offer custom pole barns, from a simple roof-only structure to a fully enclosed building. Stop by one of our 7 showrooms today or visit us online 24/7 at bestbuymetalroof.com.
Morning, everybody. My name is Doug Vierthal, General Manager, Cleveland Ford. As you can see, the long-awaited construction build has begun. We are definitely, so everybody knows in the community, expanding to support and to service the community. When you pull in, it looks a little bit confusing. We are open during business. Everybody should know that we have a bunch of new Fords in inventory. We have Broncos, we have F-150s, as well as a bunch of orders coming in weekly and monthly. If you need anything, you can reach me. My name is Doug Vierthaler. Look forward to talking to y'all soon.
Serenity Funeral Homes. Convenient, caring, affordable. Cleveland's most affordable funeral home. Completely remodeled. Offering cremations as low as $5.95. Funerals, $15.95. SerenityofCleveland.com. When trust matters most.
April is Stress Awareness Month. Nearly half of all U.S. adults say that stress has negatively affected their behavior, and chronic stress is shown to impact 1 in 5 women each year. Although stress is technically not a disease, it is a response that can significantly affect one's daily life. Stress can lead to unhealthy habits such as overeating, physical inactivity, and smoking. Consider implementing the following. Slow down, plan and don't rush. Get more sleep, 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night when possible. Laugh more. It is truly some of the best medicine. Connect with others. Make time to catch up. Give back. Helping others indirectly helps you. Be active. Exercise can relieve mental and physical tension. Break bad habits such as alcohol, tobacco, or caffeine excess. Take control of what you can. Hashtag sustain your change. Life choices, healthy decisions, eating right, exercising, learning a new skill, achieving a goal, and helping others. This Medical Minute is brought to you by the Vascular Institute. Visit them online at vascularinstituteofchattanooga.com.
Bender Realty is proud to have 3 agents who've been in real estate for over 40 years. The experts at Bender Realty don't just live here, they volunteer and contribute to the community in our area.
Our involvement in the community of who being able to reach out to, whether it's city planner, county planner, economic development committee, to help you bring new businesses into the Cleveland area. We're all involved and we're able to keep up with what's going on and what's coming into Cleveland.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty. Mixed Mornings on Mix TV is Southeast Tennessee's best way to stay informed about local news, sports, weather, and community events, as well as traffic conditions. Plus, you'll never miss a minute of the latest whimsical banter and rants by the one and only Steve Hartline. Who wrote this promo? Never miss a minute. Mixed Mornings on MixTV.tv. Weekdays 7 to 9, MixTV.tv. I'm going to find out who wrote this.
Mix 104.1 and Honda Cleveland are giving one deserving firefighter in our area a chance to win a 2023 Honda Civic. Nominate your favorite firefighter today at mymix1041.com.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
What the Tech is sponsored by EPB Fiber Optics. Visit EPB.com to find the speed you need on Chattanooga's only network, delivering 25 gig speeds.
If you're a pet owner, you may have had a moment when you wondered whether your dog or cat was simply not feeling well or needed to be rushed to a veterinarian.
That's me.
Yeah, Flower Girl.
Yes, Flower Girl recently. Well, a trip to the pet emergency room is, can we just say expensive? But you don't want to risk your pet's health. Our consumer technology reporter, Jamie Tucker, shows us a free app specifically for your dog or cat.
Know our pets pretty well, but when they're not feeling well, they can't tell us how bad it is. So how do you know if they need to see a doctor fast? This smartphone app can help. It's Pet First Aid by none other than the American Red Cross. It answers most questions every pet owner will run into at some point. Information about breathing problems, bloating, collapse, and allergic reactions. In addition, the app shows you what's normal for dogs and cats, things like heart rate, temperature, and how to determine if the pet is dehydrated, as well as emergency information and how-to videos for giving a pet CPR.
Over the other, directly over the heart.
And the best way to give them medication, and plenty of other tips. There's a pet Amber Alert that'll alert neighbors to be on the lookout for your lost pet. Ahead of time, enter details about your pet and your vet to make emergency calls faster. This app also helps find pet-friendly hotels when you travel. Just a ton of information in the app for pet owners, and it's free for iPhone and Android devices. I'm Jamie Tucker, and Pet First Aid is the app of the day.
The American Red Cross says it's important for all pet owners to have an emergency plan for their dog or cat in the event of a disaster or storm. That includes keeping extra food stored near other emergency items.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature is brought to you by Simply Bank.
It's coverage you can count on.
Good morning and a very happy Wednesday. One last day to enjoy the abundant sunshine. Today will be absolutely beautiful. A little bit cool this morning, already around 70 degrees by noon. And then afternoon highs today will be warm from about 75 to 80 and a light breeze. Tonight, mostly clear with cool lows from 45 to 50 degrees. And then on Thursday, clouds will increase and scattered shower chances return. Right around midday will continue through your afternoon and evening. I'm Local 3 meteorologist Allison Pryor.
Keep it local in all you do. Our local businesses need you now more than ever. And if you need a mattress, you know that Mermaid Mattress has been your local mattress factory since 1979.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Springdale Heating and Air. Old-fashioned friendly and always more than your money's worth. 479-6363.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios, this is Mix 1041 WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens. Download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com.
The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Biden in Belfast saying preserving peace in Northern Ireland is a priority for both Democrats and Republicans. He's there commemorating the Good Friday Peace Accord that ended the bloody conflict. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott announces he's forming a presidential exploratory committee.
If the radical left gets their way, millions more families will be trapped in failing schools, crime-ridden neighborhoods, and crushing inflation. Not on my watch.
Scott is the only black Republican in the Senate. He's in Iowa this morning, New Hampshire tomorrow. The toughest rules ever announced today on tailpipe emissions from the EPA. The president's goal for consumers to buy electric vehicles. The new standards for light-duty vehicles include passenger cars, sports utility vehicles, and pickup trucks applied to the model years 2027 and 2032. America's listening to Fox News.
Capital Tire Service, downtown Cleveland, your local Michelin dealer since 1967. Providing Cleveland with quality products and services for over 50 years. Come see Freddie or Tony in downtown Cleveland for a great deal on Michelin tires.
All right, Mix 1041 WCLE, as it's about 3 minutes after 9 o'clock. Dwayne Williams going to finish up the morning show with you this morning as we're continuing on Mix TV and, of course, here on Mix 1041 on the radio as you're getting your cup of coffee, getting settled at your desk or wherever you got going on this morning. We appreciate you listening and watching in. Time for a segment with our friends from the Cleveland Valley Chamber of Commerce. Joining us is Danielle Seals, Workforce Development Coordinator there. Going to talk about youth leadership applications. She's here to talk to us a little bit about what's going on with that. But first of all, good morning to you, Danielle. How are you doing?
Good morning, Dwayne. I'm great. How are you?
Well, doing really good. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
I miss hanging out with you. It's not like we used to hang out some, doing live remotes and stuff
we
a lot.
did.
But
we can make it happen again.
We can make it happen again.
Yeah.
We can put put the band back together?
I'll put it on my schedule.
Okay, all right. You're much more busier these days than I am. So tell us about what is going on with you with the chamber. In case people getting called up with you, you're now at the chamber.
Yes. So I was with United Way for the last 9.5 years. Wonderful organization. Love and support them. Glad to be able to still support them in this role and do work with them. They're wonderful community partners and do so much for this community. But in September of last year, I made a move to the Chamber of Commerce and now am the Director of Workforce Development and doing all sorts of work with the schools and students and getting students ready for the workforce and just making sure that we have the people available to do the jobs that we have coming to Cleveland, because Cleveland is growing and it's a wonderful thing. Businesses are booming and we're just so excited that people see what we see in the city of Spirit.
It's one of the things that you're getting people ready for work. That seems like that would be something that would be right there at the forefront, but a lot of communities doesn't do the due diligence that we do here in Cleveland and Bradley County. Let's face it, that's why we have all this new industry coming our way, right?
Right. We're very blessed. We're very blessed in this community to have people who have the foresight to look ahead and see, hey, we have these things that are coming. We're going to need people to fill these roles. How can we pivot to make sure that we have got people right here who are able to fill them, and that not only benefits the business but benefits those people as well.
And it is nice to say that you're going to be able to graduate whatever 2-year degree or 4-year degree and be able to stay local.
Yes.
That's something you hear a lot of people talk about, wanting to stay here in Cleveland and Bradley County because we are so blessed.
Yes.
Well, the youth leadership has been around for a while with the chamber. I know my oldest daughter was a part of that many years ago. Yes, she was. And just enjoyed it and really being able to get out there in the community and kind of see what's going on and represent their high schools and things like that. So tell me what this is all about and, of course, the application process.
Yes. Okay. So we are currently recruiting for our newest cohort of youth leadership. So for those who may not be aware, the Chamber facilitates a Leadership Cleveland program for adults in the community, business leaders, anybody in the community who wants to be involved. But we also facilitate a youth portion, and I oversee that. So it is made up of students from all of the local high schools, Bradley Central, Walker Valley, Cleveland City, TCPS, Tennessee Christian, for those who may not know, sorry. And it's rising sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So if your student is going to be a sophomore, junior, or senior this upcoming year, this is for them. This program is completely free. You get a really great insider's look at what it takes to make a community thrive, and specifically our community. So we have themed field trip days.
Right.
It's during the school day, because I know I had a couple parents mention, oh, well, my student works or they've got extracurriculars. This is during the school day, 1 day a month. We have cooperation with the schools. That is an excused absence every month.
The buses don't show up and they get on and you take off.
And so we go out and we learn different aspects of the community and get face-to-face time with leaders and what it is that they're doing, what their industry is, what their role is, how they got there. And it's a really great experience for these students. And even for somebody who's lived here their whole life, they get to see a side of things they may not even think about. Like, where does your clean water come from?
Right.
Like, I don't think about, before I did Leadership Cleveland, I didn't think about that. I just turned the water on and it was there. But we have a facility and people who manage that facility with Cleveland Utilities, the wastewater treatment plant, that it's a whole very, very detailed scientific process. Right. You have to get it right. You have to be highly trained for that. So just a really wonderful opportunity. We have a county government and services day, a city government and services day, health and social services, local economy, heritage and tourism. We even take a day and go to Nashville and do state government, tour the Capitol, get to meet with our local representatives, and it's just a wonderful experience.
I think it makes more of a well-rounded young adult, because they get to see all these behind-the-scene things, like you said, with government and business and how things work. And maybe I think if you went back through these youth leadership, from all the years that's been a part of that, you probably would find people that's in leadership positions now at these different places that have been through that themselves. I said, look, this was something that kind of opened up my eyes. I didn't even know this existed, like you were saying about the water. And this was something I found an interest in and kind of went in that direction. So
Right. It gives a good foundation.
Good foundation. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes. So most of these kids are already in some sort of leadership position in their school or have interest in it. And we want to just expand their horizon on that and also work on some personal development and leadership along the way.
Yeah, that's something that's very important these days, is because kids have a a tendency, unfortunately, to be in front of a computer or on their phone and stuff, so they don't have that face-to-face interaction as much as they used to. So getting out there with community leaders, state representatives, and people that's decision makers in our community and having that face-to-face interaction is something I think develops those skills.
Absolutely. And I have to give a shout out to our volunteers. We have volunteers who coordinate these days for us each month. So we've got 2 community members each month, from different organizations around town. We've got bankers, we've got higher ed, we've got utilities, government. It spans the industry, and they go all day with these kids and kind of facilitate the process throughout the day. So
Danielle Sills joins us once again, Workforce Development with the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce, talking about youth leadership applications and some of the benefits that your young folks is going to be able to benefit from this. So let's go ahead and tell people what they need to, what's the first step that they need to do?
Yes, okay. So you can visit our website, clevelandchamber.com, or you can visit our socials. We just did a social post on Monday, so it should be kind of top of the page.
Okay.
You'll see Youth Leadership Cleveland, and click on the link, fill out the application. They are due this Friday. So if this is something, if this is something you are interested in, you need to get on this today. You can see your school counselor if you were not able to find it online for any reason. All of the school counselors at the high schools have access to this. They'll be able to point you in the right direction and get you started on this. So
and I remember I mentioned that my oldest daughter was a part of this many years ago, and I remember when she was filling out her college applications and stuff. Where you have the place.
Oh, it looks great.
It looks great on a college application. Looks great on first employment things that you were a part of this. So, folks, there's a lot of benefits besides the ones that we've already mentioned that you'll just kind of get that snowball rolling and go, yeah, this is something that's going to make a big difference in my young person's life. So, again,
and it's free.
And it's free. Yeah,
you
can't beat that.
Nope.
So, all right, so let's go ahead and back up again here. Tell us everything that we need to know. Of course, you just mentioned it's due by Friday.
It's due Friday.
So if you've got a youth person that's interested in this is going to be the first test. They're going to have to get busy. They're going to have to get this done. So tell us all the details one more time, please.
So clevelandchamber.com. You can find it on our website, on our social media accounts, or you can talk to your school counselor at your high school. They should have access to this. It's Youth Leadership Cleveland. Applications are due this Friday. It's a free program that spans the school year. One day a month, we take a field trip, basically, to learn about different things in the community. And it's a wonderful experience for students to not only have, but then, like you mentioned, to also be able to put on resumes, scholarships, college applications. Yep. It's a really great foundation for them.
It really is. And you'll meet some wonderful people from the other high schools. I think
the kids
some
love
of the friends that my daughter had through this program was kids from other high schools, because you get to have that interaction with them and find out it's not a rivalry thing all the time.
No, they actually enjoy having interaction amongst them. Yeah.
That's good stuff. Well, Danielle, it's great to see you. Anything else about this or anything going on at the Chamber that you just want to mention to us today?
Oh, goodness. We have lots going on at the Chamber always. I know we're currently taking applications for Mel Bedwell, Small Business Person of the Year. That will be in May, so I know those are open. Cherry's Jubilee is coming up next Friday, I believe.
Wow. Time just gets away.
I know. Yeah. I know. So, we have lots of great things. Keep in touch with us on social. We're always posting on there what we have coming up, and we'd love to have you be a part.
Well, Danielle, congratulations. I haven't formally got to tell you that. I know it was several months back now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
They got themselves a good one. I can say that for sure.
Thank you.
All right, so that's Danielle Sills, Workforce Development with the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce. Youth leadership applications due by Friday. Go to the website, get your kids involved in this. I guarantee you it'll be something that they'll remember. My daughter is now an assistant principal at a high school in Florida. I mean, and she says all of the things were like this, and everything that was a part of what she went through with our school systems here, led her to be able to go down that path. And she's very, very happy with programs like this. So good stuff. Danielle, great to see you.
Good to see you too.
We're going to go ahead and get into a quick commercial break that is going to wrap up Mix Mornings here on Mix TV and also on the radio. Bridget will be back with you here just in a couple of hours for the midday show. I'll be back with you a little bit later this afternoon for your drive home. So stay with us throughout the day. Again, after this quick commercial break, more music right around the corner. Stay with us. Mix 104.1.
Welcome back, everybody. Mix 104.1, MixTV.tv, and we are joined by our friends, plural now, from TVFCU. We have with us Vice President of Mortgage and Consumer Lending, Erik Weekly, and joining us for this week is Cynthia Blackwell. Cynthia is TVFCU Mortgage Marketing Specialist. Good morning. How are both of you?
Great.
Morning. Doing great. Yeah, absolutely.
It is great to see both of you. You know, Erik and I, we got lonely the last several weeks.
Right.
So I'm glad you're here, Cynthia, to really shape it up.
That's right.
Yeah. We need a better looking face on TV.
I don't know about that,
right.
but
That's exactly right.
I'm always enjoy being with you guys.
Always ready. So I want to talk today, and we've had a lot of great topics the last few weeks. I want to talk about investment properties, second homes, that sort of thing. And Cynthia, I want to begin with you. And, you know, that's a big topic around here. What can TVFCU do for people?
So it is a big topic. You know, being in my world of marketing and working with the mortgage department, I know that there are these second home and investment things they do. And I recently was in Blue Ridge. I know many of us can say that. I feel like it was the most crowded I've ever seen it. But we were talking about investment homes. We're at a point in our lives where we are looking to say, hey, is it a possibility to get a second home and all? So coming into Erik to say, Erik, what does TVFCU? What do they supply? What do they offer for people like my husband and I who are looking at that time to say maybe that's something in our lives that we're getting ready to do?
Now, you can go to Blue Ridge also and film a Hallmark movie, from what I understand.
I think you can.
So that's why you want to be there, probably.
It is.
That's why
absolutely.
That's why I can't talk about that yet.
Sure.
We'll talk about that later. Erik, so there's the question.
So, Tennessee Valley, we offer a full suite of products, including investment property loans and second home loans. So, we specialize in these. We do a lot higher loan to values than most of your conventional lenders will do. We don't offer we don't apply the PMI, the private mortgage insurance, to our loans, and those loans that we do keep in service in-house. So, if you're looking to buy a 1 to 4 unit, maybe a duplex or a triplex or a quadplex or a single family home or something in Blue Ridge or, something at the beach, a condo or something, we need to be your first call.
Oh, yeah, forget that Blue Ridge then. You're talking I can go to the beach? I think...
Well, I'm not going to
I think I'm going to, Can we get my husband on the phone?
No.
We're joined by Cynthia Blackwell and Erik Weekly, TVFCU, and that's what I love about it. And for all these years, Cynthia, that is that TVFCU has made it so easy, so convenient, and so great to deal with.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I will tell you, I moved here from out of state, and when I came, I married into what I'm going to call the TVFCU family. My in-laws, family members, they all were TVA originals before they became TVFCU.
Wow.
And being part of that meant that we were loyal as they were to us. They supplied us car loans over the years. I currently have a HELOC with them because I know the service that they provided. I'm so proud to be part of a team that helps provide that to our members.
Can I be a subtitle? That is a home equity line of credit.
That's right.
She said HELOC.
HELOC.
Home equity line of credit. Thank you. No, that's fine. Keep going. Yeah. That's good. So, but you were basically, you married into one of just an original, TVA family.
I did. And, at first you kind of think like, what could it be? But once you get in and you experience that TVFCU doesn't just help its members, it's helping our community. And that's one thing that I love about not just being a member and being part, I own what we're doing. Mm-hmm. So it's really a unique way and a great way to be part of something bigger than just my HELOC.
Exactly. Now, Erica, she said community, and that is something that really sets TVFCU apart. And, sponsorships and that sort of thing, yes. But, you guys are right now and have been in the Idea Leap grant. For the first time, TVFCU said, you know what, we're not just going to do Chattanooga. We're going to come to Cleveland. We're going to go to Dalton. We're going to go in those areas separately, 3 separate.
Right.
I mean, that is really putting your money where your mouth is,
That is huge, yes. Our business and commercial services group has done great with this Idea Leap grant. And basically, we're granting these companies money. Mm-hmm. We're giving away $50,000 here in the Bradley County area coming up pretty soon. Mm-hmm. And another $50,000 in North Georgia and $75,000 in the Chattanooga area. So we're taking the TVFCU money and giving it back out into our communities so that they can thrive, so that their businesses will just flourish and grow, and they'll keep coming back to us in the future.
Cynthia, you've got to be proud of that, being with TVFCU.
Absolutely. And you get to be part of that too. We have a community People's Choice Award. So it's not just the groups of which we put together to vote, which is actually people outside of TVFCU also, but you can be part of that in the community. You can vote for who you would like to see receive that money. So definitely look at our website, take a look, because it's available for you. Check out our social, Facebook, Instagram pages. It's all out there.
Certainly so. Well, listen, thank you both very much. But before we go, and it's something we've been pointing out during these segments, and that is, hey, you'll pay people's appraisals. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. That's a great thing that we've been doing at the credit union for the past couple of years. And on an investment property loan or a second home, maybe because of the distance from where they are or the complexity, if it's a quadplex or something, that could be $1,000 or more. So we're going to pay for that appraisal regardless.
All right.
So wait, what I'm hearing then is paying my appraisal. I have no PMI. I could get both the house in the mountains and the beach.
You could.
Oh, that's what you're hearing here.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I'd get on that phone to your husband very quickly and go ahead. All right, our friends Erik Weekly, Cynthia Blackwell, TVFCU, Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union. Oh, wait a second. I'll ask you this time, Cynthia. How do we get a hold of you at TVFCU?
There are multiple ways, but you can call us at 423-634-3600 or feel free to check us out at tvfcu.com.